Good Tuesday evening, May 13th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Grant County authorities and the Washington State Patrol helped recover 2 children early this morning who'd been reported abducted out of Oregon. We will show you body camera footage from an East Wenatchee arrest that's now the subject of a federal lawsuit. Expect spring-like temperatures with isolated showers into Saturday. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. A 2-vehicle head-on accident has killed at least 1 person and forced closure of Highway 97A south of Entiat. The wreck, about 1:30 p.m., reportedly involved 3 people and 2 SUVs, drawing response from Chelan County Sheriff's deputies, Washington State Patrol, and multiple fire and ambulance agencies. The accident happened near milepost 209, just south of the Wagnersburg Peninsula between Entiat and Old Station. Traffic was forced to turn back on either side of the collision. The Washington State Patrol released this video report just after 2:30.
Hi, I'm Trooper Weber, Washington State Patrol. Unfortunately, I'm at the scene of a 2-car fatality collision on 97 alternate about milepost 209. For right now, the whole roadway is closed, and the alternate route would be going around the river on Highway 97. So if you're going to Chelan from Wenatchee or to Wenatchee from Chelan, you're going to need to take 97. This roadway will be closed for some time as our troopers investigate this collision, and I will update you as things progress.
Grant County authorities and the Washington State Patrol helped recover 2 children early this morning who'd been reported abducted out of Oregon. Troopers say about 2 a.m. they responded to an Amber Alert warning of 2 children, ages 2 and 3, who'd been taken in a stolen Mazda by their non-custodial parent. A state trooper located the car at an Interstate 90 rest area 9 miles east of George. The Mazda driver allegedly pulled back into I-90 westbound and fled from police. The car was finally immobilized with a pit maneuver on Silica Road. A Grant County Sheriff's deputy assisted in the arrest of the children's 26-year-old mother and the car's 29-year-old driver. The children were found safe in the vehicle and turned over to protective custody. The auditors of Chelan and Douglas counties each announced 3-day special filing periods for positions up for election in November that did not receive candidate interest. The special filing in Douglas County has already commenced and runs from today to Thursday. There are 6 open positions in Douglas County, 3 for Fire District Number 3, 2 in Cemetery District 2, and 1 in Cemetery District Number 3. Chelan County's special filing period will begin on Tuesday, May 20th at 8 a.m. and run until 5 p.m. on Thursday, May 22nd. There are 23 positions open within fire, cemetery, water, sewer and parks, and recreation districts, and more information on positions available in both counties can be found on the Chelan and Douglas County websites. Construction work at Southwest 19th Street and Northwest Cascade Avenue in East Wenatchee will impact local traffic this week. Now through Friday, Douglas County crews will be performing roadway excavation, utility work, and placing crushed surface material. Starting tomorrow, a single-lane closure will be implemented and a one-way detour will be used to reroute traffic. The Douglas County Public Services Building and Law and Justice Building will all remain open during construction. However, Apple Capitol Loop Trail users are encouraged to avoid the construction area by accessing the Northwest 27th Street trailhead or 32nd Place trailhead. When we come back, Washington is going full speed ahead to stop habitual speeders as Governor Ferguson signed a bill into law Monday to require speed limiting devices for drivers with a history of excessive speeding. And the Apple Cup Cafe in Chelan has operated out of a temporary location ever since a fire destroyed its original building last March. But now the business has a new permanent home. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house, fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So relax, it's done.
Washington is going full speed ahead to stop habitual speeders as Governor Ferguson signed a bill into law Monday to require speed limiting devices for drivers with a history of excessive speeding. From the Olympia News Bureau, Murrow News fellow Albert James shows us how the technology works and how tragedy is turned into action to save lives.
What's behind this bill is, of course, a really simple goal, which is to save lives.
Under House Bill 1596 signed into law Monday afternoon, a person would have an intelligent speed assistance device installed on their car after getting their license suspended for reckless driving or excessive speeding, or if they've been ordered to have a device by a court. The device uses GPS technology to limit the car's acceleration so it can't go above the posted speed limit in the area it's in.
I can push my foot on the pedal as hard as I want to, and it just can't. It truly is technology that will save lives because it stops speeders in their tracks.
Democratic Prime sponsor Mari Levitt says the law is a necessary step to curb a troubling increase in fatal accidents. State data shows fatal crashes have been on an upward trend since 2019, with a growing number of them involving speeding.
We're trying to save our neighbors from losing a loved one, or a parent from losing a child, or a child from losing a parent.
Levitt was particularly moved by a crash in King County last March that killed 38-year-old Andrea Smith Hudson and 3 children. Chase Jones, 18 at the time, was accused of causing the crash by driving well over 100 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. He was sentenced to over 17 years in prison last month.
For our situation, 4 lives could have been saved with this technology.
Smith Hudson's father, Ted, says he thought it would take years for the bill to make it into law, and the families forever changed by the King County crash are relieved to see positive change come from tragedy.
I don't know how you move forward except just put one step in front of the other and try to make our streets safer any way that we can.
The BEAM Act, named after the lives lost last March, goes into effect in January of 2029. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, has obtained body camera footage from an East Wenatchee arrest that's now the subject of a federal lawsuit. Andrew Newton last month sued the East Wenatchee Police Department and Douglas County Sheriff's Office, claiming the agencies violated his constitutional rights during a traffic stop in May of 2023. Newton was initially pulled over by Deputy Ruby Ramirez around 9:37 p.m. that night. He was pulled out of his vehicle by officers and hit his head on the pavement. Newton's lawsuit states that he was tased while lying on the ground, but the World reports the footage does not appear to support that claim. The police departments have not yet filed their responses since Newton's legal complaint was put on record in April. Chelan County PUD commissioners will be in Stehekin tomorrow and Thursday for the Stehekin Planning Meeting. The town of Stehekin is located towards the north end of Lake Chelan and is only accessible by boat, plane, or a very strenuous hike, making the PUD's visit quite significant. The commissioners will host multiple meetings across different locations throughout the 2 days. Tomorrow, a tour will be held at the PUD Powerhouse at 1:30 p.m. Then at 4:30 p.m., a community meeting will be held at the Stehekin School, followed by a dinner at 6 p.m. On Thursday, a drop-in session will be held at the Stehekin Pastry Company. The Apple Cup Cafe in Chelan has operated out of a temporary location ever since a fire destroyed its original building last March, but now the business has a new permanent home. Owners Aaron and Ryan Peterson took to Facebook yesterday to announce their purchase of the building at 116 East Wooden Avenue. The couple got the keys to the space a month ago and have been diligently working to prepare things for their opening in mid-June. The Petersons say the new location comes with a short supply of parking, but customers will finally be able to enjoy the outdoor seating they've always wanted. Coming up next, an adaptive play class works every day to modify toys to make them more accessible to younger Wenatchee School District children with disabilities. We'll have more on this program in tonight's feature story. Spring-like weather in our forecast with seasonally cool temperatures and possible showers. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
When you walk into Doug Merrill's classroom at Wenatchee High School, you might notice a big pile of children's toys. Those toys are components in a lesson plan that not only teaches his students engineering, but also inclusivity. The adaptive play class works every day to modify toys to make them more accessible to younger Wenatchee School District children with disabilities. The class is a collaboration between Mr. Merrill, who is set to retire at the end of the school year, and occupational therapist Lindsay Brewer, who recommends toys based on the needs of her students at Lincoln Elementary School. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News got the chance to meet the student engineers and be there the first time some of them saw their toys in action.
They love it because they come in and they just start working. And so I don't have to, I do some front-end teaching and instruction, but then every day is like Santa's workshop, and we're putting toys together and adapting cars.
Mr. Merrill actually approached us and was like, I have this idea, and I said I have these students who would really benefit from it, so he figured out how to make them for a very, very affordable cost, and while allowing the students then to learn the process of making them.
We're adding these things that you can plug in a big button, and it will just function how it was supposed to originally, but with a larger button.
We already had this toy, and we just like cut into it and we soldered little like wires onto the already made buttons. So like for kids that have like struggle moving their hands, maybe like it's kind of hard to reach up here, we made like extensions so they can just tap the button instead.
You can just have one big red button. It just like helps them like, so you don't have to like reach all the way up and click the buttons.
Right, the adaptive play class is a class set up for students who are interested in engineering, physical therapy, a variety of things. We've been able to mash together two curriculum areas where we are letting the kids learn how to problem solve. And it's not things that they just come up with. It is something where the physical therapist will say, hey, we have a need for this certain child. Then the students can lock in on who the toy is for and how to adapt it.
Basically, we're doing the same thing there, just for a bigger toy. So the idea would be like strap that, like a button like that, up on the top, and then make it work for the pedal. It's kind of cool to be able to adapt stuff to make it work for them.
Yeah, he showed us a video, and there's a kid that they had to sit up a little bit and move their upper body and strengthen it, and they'd hit a little like pressure sensor above their head, and the car would drive forward. It's pretty neat.
Two-speed player. The Switch toys are really expensive to buy. We really only had maybe less than 10 toys in the whole district before this, spread out, and now we have a lot, which is awesome.
So there's like a bearing on underneath it with like a piece of wood, so they're like, so then it spins, and then there's just like padding, and then I just put fabric over the padding so it's more comfortable. Because they said that he doesn't like get to go on usual playground equipment, so that's like the closest thing he gets, which I think is pretty cool.
There's certain colors that kids can see better, so we can change those out too and try. Because it's like, oh, maybe that color is better for you. Like, we have a student over here and he loves red, so it's like, well, we can put a red top on a button, and that's pretty easy. So Adam has like some purposeful right there. So he's got that little purposeful use of his right hand. So he can actually, once we get kind of a setup for him, like with the visual field that helps him, then he's able to kind of focus on, he's able to focus, thank you. He's able to kind of focus on that toy. Okay, there we go. And Adam's favorite toy is the Bluey, and these guys are fixing our Bluey toy because it broke. So that's his favorite toy. I know, like we've talked about sort of like adapted switches, like, you know, like one on an incline. So he is one that it would be great because like this is actually, it's really hard because it's flat. So like if it was like this, it almost is easier for him. Ready? To press it. And then I think, you know, there's certain like textures, like I think you guys have talked about like textures on top of a button, right? So you're thinking about all those sensory inputs for them to like kind of help with that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. At first I didn't take it as seriously, but after Mr. Merrill kind of explained like what they're actually doing for the kids and how much they actually really do like them, I didn't realize like how much they would actually like use them, but it's actually really cool to see like it go from like building them to them using them. Yeah, the class has definitely grown on me a lot too, but yeah.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a great Tuesday. Kind of a mixed bag of weather out there. We had some windy conditions this morning, a few raindrops out there, then some sunshine with just some mid-level clouds as we look out our weather window from this afternoon. That's our Wenatchee Heights tower camera. And as we move through the rest of our week and into this weekend, more spring-like weather is what we can expect. Some showers, possibly thunderstorms. I don't think we will see that, but if you get into Moses Lake and areas east, you could see some of those thunderstorms. Thursday, mostly dry. We'll see partly cloudy skies for Thursday with temperatures mainly in the upper 60s. And then as we get into the weekend, not bad Friday and Sunday, but a good chance that we will see rain showers and cooler temperatures as we get you into Saturday. We'll have more on that coming up. Today's high temperature, unofficially exactly where we should be for this time of year. It's 71 degrees, and that's 20 degrees below our record high, 91, set back in 1993. Nice and mild this morning, 52 our overnight low. That's 4 degrees above 48, which is normal for us. 35 our record low, and that was set in 1970. Sunrise this morning, 5:26, and the sun will set tonight just before 8:30 at 8:29. Taking a look at what we expect for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be about the same as today, maybe slightly cooler. 72 for Moses Lake Ephrata, 71 in Quincy, and then upper 60s, Wenatchee, Entiat into Chelan, also Omak, mainly in the mid-60s. Then in the upper valley, Lake Wenatchee, Leavenworth, 66, Cashmere tomorrow at 67 degrees. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies. Will be a little bit breezy tonight right here in central Washington. We'll see low temperatures on the mild side with some cloud cover tonight. tonight at around 50 degrees. And then as we get you into midweek Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, but look at the wind all throughout central. We're talking north central and south central Washington for Wednesday. Mostly sunny with high temperatures in the upper 60s. Winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour tomorrow on Wednesday. For your Thursday, mostly cloudy skies. We will see a bit cooler temperatures with a low pressure area way up in British Columbia will drag some clouds through on Thursday. High temperatures only in the mid 60s, so about 5 to 10 degrees below where we should be. For your Friday, partly cloudy and fair. We'll see high pressure in the panhandle of Idaho and another area of high pressure out in the Pacific. High temperatures Friday, not too bad, into the upper 60s. And then as we get you into the upcoming weekend, Saturday it looks to be a wet one. Mostly cloudy, a little breezy at times on Saturday. 40% chance that we will see some shower activity, and those showers will continue to move through during the afternoon Saturday. We'll cool back with the rain showers into the mid 60s for high temperatures Saturday afternoon, and then rebound to a much better day as we end our weekend on Sunday. Mostly sunny, still maybe a bit breezy for Sunday with high temperatures back up into the upper 60s, and then we'll begin a slight warm-up as we get you into next week. Mostly sunny. Once again, some breezy conditions for Monday and warmer. High temperatures into the low 70s. For your Tuesday, as we end that does end our forecast, but as we get past Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, things aren't going to warm up all that much, folks. We are going to stay pretty much in the 60s right into the end of May. 49 your overnight low tonight as we check our 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny, I think breezy both Wednesday and Thursday. 68 Wednesday, 66 your high temperature on Thursday. Not a bad day for Friday to end our work week. Partly cloudy and 68, and then a good chance for rain showers as we get you into Saturday and 64. Mostly sunny for both Sunday and Monday. 68 Sunday and 71 your high temperature on Monday. And that's a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
A good Tuesday to you. The ball was flying out of T-Mobile Park last night with some frequency. The Yankees and Mariners combined for 7 home runs. New York's were more damaging, however, as the Yankees won it 11-5. The two teams traded solo home runs for the first 4 runs of the game, and then it was all Yankees from there as Seattle lost for the 4th straight game.
Punched deep, left center field, leaving the yard and gone. That was a tank.
The one thing that Julio is really locking in on lately is the breaking ball. He allows that sweeper to travel, and then it just explodes off his bat 110 miles per hour into the fans in the bullpen and out in the pen next to it.
What a blast. Grisham hits it high, hits it pretty deep into center field. J-Rod back, and he can't make the catch. It goes over the wall. Trent Grisham stays burning hot with a solo home run to tie the game. Home run number 11 for Trent Grisham. And that's one that J-Rod would like back.
Did this hit the top of the wall? Did it hit his glove? It did. It hit his glove and bounced over the fence.
Polanco jumps on the first pitch, out to right field, gone! The Mariners take the lead right back.
on home run number 10 for Jorge Polanco.
I was talking to Polanco about the adjustments that he made. He said he went from that open stance to more of a closed stance just to limit the amount of movement that he had to have.
Cracks it again, high and deep center field. Julio going back, and he'll run out of room yet again. Way up and out of here for Trent Grisham. Second home run of the night, and we're tied again at 2. Paul Goldschmidt, who's been a hitting machine here for the Yankees. And he lines it into left field. It's a base hit for Goldschmidt. Judge comes in to score. Rice will stop at third. It's a go-ahead RBI single for Paul Goldschmidt. Bellinger into right field, base hit. Rice will score. Goldschmidt goes to second. RBI single Cody Bellinger. And the Yankees are ahead 4-2. 1-2. Sent high in the air. Center field pretty deep. Rodriguez on the run. Rodriguez twisting and watching it fly out of here. Austin Wells with a 3-run shot. Oh, the Yankees are tattooing Emerson Hancock here in the 5th inning. 7-2 Bombers. Pizzardo still ahead 0-2. He reaches for it. Hits it into left. Now Rosareno will make the catch. Goldschmidt's going to test the arm. He'll get there, no problem. Sacrifice fly for Austin Wells as Goldschmidt scores. And the Yankees are ahead 8-2.
Soft fly ball, shallow right, and Judge just traps it. Now Rosarena scores. Out to center field. Cal Raleigh really bangs this one deep over the wall for a home run. Makes it a little more interesting.
I just marvel at how Cal Raleigh can climb over to the right side and do this. He's shorter, a little more compact than he is on the right side than he is the left side. 420 feet, two-seam, two-seam, two-seam. And we saw 2 4-seamers, one not even close, and the other 4-seamer now in center field.
And Volpe strikes it hard. Strikes it deep. Rodriguez looks up. It is gone. Anthony Volpe with a crusher here in the 9th. He extends the Yankee lead.
Now you might see Weaver sit down.
10-5 Yankees. 3-2. It is in there, called strike 3. That's the ball game, and the Yankees win the opener 11-5 here in Seattle.
The two teams meet again tonight at T-Mobile Park at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Athletics were idle last night and are now a game and a half behind Seattle in the American League West. Houston fell to Kansas City 7-5 and remained 2 games back. Texas edged Colorado 2-1 to climb into a third-place tie with the Astros. The Angels beat San Diego 9-5. They remain 5 games back. The prep playoff season continues today across north central Washington. Local teams are home playing to get into the Big 9 District Baseball Tournament today. Wenatchee's hosting Sunnyside, while Eastmont is hosting Eisenhower. Should the Panthers and Wildcats both win, they'll face off Thursday at 5 o'clock at Recreation Park. District 5 2B Tournament begins today with Warden at Okanagan. Brewster's hosting Goldendale, while Tonascott's on the road to Riverview. Each of today's games are loser-out scenarios. Oroville's trying to play into the District 5-6 1B tournament. They're playing Cusick, and that game is in Wilbur. The Central Washington 2B Fast Pitch League tournament wraps up today with Tonascott visiting Lake Roosevelt for the championship. Okanagan is at Brewster playing for a district seeding game. District 2A tournament is at Carlin Park in Selah today, with the Freda facing a do-or-die situation against Othello. That's followed by East Valley and Selah for the district championship. Wenatchee's hosting Eisenhower in a Big 9 district play-in game tonight. If the Panthers win, they'll play the winner between West Valley and Sunnyside Thursday at 5 o'clock. It's also Big 9 district boys soccer play-in time for Eastmont and Moses Lake. The Wildcats are hosting Eisenhower tonight at 6 o'clock, while Moses Lake travels to Sunnyside. Winners of today's games will face off Thursday at 6 o'clock. It's the final day also of the District 5 2A tournament in Grandview, where Quincy faces Ellensburg in a loser-out game first. That's followed by the district championship between the Greyhounds and the Othello Huskies. Cashmere plays at Connell tonight in the next round of the District 5 1A 2B tournament. Brewster is hosting tonight Royal for the semifinals. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.